Section of the Arms Park in full voice. Richie Collins. Been quiet this game, but for the first time becomes a factor at the line-out. And Pontypridd have won the penalty again. That cursed third man killing the ball.
And I believe it was Rob Appleyard, the try scorer, trying to rip that ball out of Richie Collins' hands.
Pontypridd.
A well-worked try indeed. They had it as a set plan, looking to go outside, little sidestep, stop the cover defence, and then staying in his feet long enough to get that pass in. Only just though, wasn't it? But what a forceful try by the open side flank.
Well, down at the other end of the field, Rowley, Bazzani. Collins comes in. Pontypridd drive straight and then turn right. McIntosh, crosser, first there. Paul John, Richie Collins. The ruck is set up, killed by Appleyard.
I'm just looking at the touch judges because there was some feet going in there, and they both kept their flags down, and Pontypridd still have the penalty.
Well, nobody wants to encourage foul play, but with such blatant killing of the ball at the ruck situation, you can understand why players might lash out.
But once again, we see this penalty resulting from one of those Pontypridd rolling balls from a line-out again.
Nigel Bazzani, captain of the club next year.
And he was the one who was very tempted, I think, to put his dainty-sized hands in amongst those forwards on the floor.
As long as there's a little voice, Brian, dragging him back from the brink at the last moment, I think you can snarl as much as you like. So, one of the mysteries of the afternoon, Neil Jenkins, only one successful kick from 4, and they haven't all been difficult. He's still in a rare bit of bad form with the boots. Neil Jenkins, one kick successful only this afternoon, and it means his side are still trailing.
And you have to feel sorry for Neil Jenkins, Joe. All season he can kick them for Wales, he can kick them from Pontypridd, but there's one vital game for his club where he wants to do so well for some of the senior players in the club. He's having an off day.
David Manley, try scorer for Pontypridd. Kicks that Clement retrieves. Anthony Clement would love to counter-attack. Tackled by Collins. Well, there's a little off the ball here. There's a brawl going on. The touch judge, Derek Bevan, has got his flag out. Play is going on. Paul John for Gavin Jones. Jason Lewis, David Weatherly.
And it was off the ball as well. There was no really need for it. I think it was David Weatherly was coming in and trying to take out Jason Lewis, nowhere near the ball. The referee's going to have a little chat with him.
Derek Bevan very cool there. White started it, one just as bad as the other. Penalty Pontypridd.
Here we see what's going on, and just on the edge of the picture you can see David Weatherly. What was he doing in that position? He was 5 meters in front of the ball trying to take out Jason Lewis.
Neil Jenkins, great deliberation there. You can see he knows he's not kicking that well, and you can see him willing himself to get back into prime kicking form.
He also knows, Eddie, that under normal circumstances, Pontypridd should be in the lead now by at least 3 points.
They're exerting pressure on Swansea. Rowley goes up. Paul John, ducking, darting again. Pontypridd have retrieved the ball from their scrum half. Collins stands in at scrum half. thinks about going on his own. Perhaps not the most subtle of breaks from the scrum half position. So unsubtle, in fact, that Swansea will have the put in.
Swansea have tightened up their defence around those rucks and mauls. They've also done some good work in the lines out this second half, stopping Pontypridd from getting that control ball.
Swansea, half turn. Jones kicks. Hasn't found touch, but it's not a bad kick for Harris to chase. Well taken by Cormac.
Crispin Cormac really had to keep his eye on that ball because there's a long time coming down. Swansea players he knew were coming. And here it is, didn't take his eye off the ball at all. Look, going forward into the sun, knew where the touchline was as well, and just a little tap in.
Tackled in the end by Appleyard, who's had a very good game for Swansea, their try scorer. Swansea have more ball from the line-out.
It is a credit, you know, to Paul Arnold's fitness that he's the one line-out forward for Swansea, and he really is working hard, not only in the lines out, he has to do it in the set scrums, and you'll see him around the field as well.
We're inside the last quarter of the game. Swansea in the lead by 10 points to 7. Line-out ball, slowly back for Pontypridd. Midfield move by Pontypridd. They're still in control of the ball. Richie Collins to scrum half, this time opts for a very looped pass. Lewis through the gap. Clement is back for Swansea though.
Really, Pontypridd are trying to punch holes in the middle, but again, Rob Appleyard, the open side wing forward, was in there making tackles, and Garen Jenkins in there also, slowing that ruck ball up for the Pontypridd.
Rob Appleyard at the tail of the Swansea line-out. Fine afternoon he's having. Rowley in the middle, beaten to it by Stuart Davis, slapping from the back over his shoulder.
And you feel that Swansea have done a good job on Mark Rowley in the middle of that line-out. He's not getting the ball that he should be having. They are pushing and shoving a little in there and stopping clean ball coming to Pontypridd.
Alan Reynolds has done his boot up. Dale McIntosh standing off for Pontypridd. Swansea take advantage of only pushing against 7 and put on the drive, and on a day like this that's useful in taking away energy and strength.
And it also gives the side that's doing the pushing so much encouragement, plus it drags back in the people like McIntosh to the net scrum.
McIntosh has gone back in. And Swansea go for a second push. Scrum goes down. Penalty. Just feel that Swansea, having started the second half trying to inject pace and trying to interrupt the rhythm of Pontypridd, now they're in the lead, they want to impose control and stay calm and play everything at the pace of the forwards. Swansea down to 4. Must be Arnold the target. There he is, and up he goes. Well off the top again. Davis in midfield. Stuart Davis. Tackled by Collins. This time it's the Swansea forwards who set up the churning drive. And again, there's nobody hanging off now. Robert Jones, little darting run. Tackled by his opposite number. Stuart Davis has the ball. And still Swansea have an excellent play by the forwards. Robert Jones waits. Paul Arnold tries to dig it out for him. Davis to Reynolds. Alan Williams, beautiful pickup. Was that crossing over by Alan Harris? Yes, it was. Penalty to Pontypridd. An unfortunate end to a really promising move by Swansea.
There's Alan Reynolds in the outside half position this time, feeling, and there it was. Good little cricket pickup, wasn't it? Just one hand looking, but it did enough to drag in Alan Harris, the winger,